Alright, yo guys, what is going on? It is your boy the Emo Goat here, coming to you guys finally with some Destiny 2 beta video. Now, this is actually something that I've been meaning to get out for the past few days. I have recorded and re-recorded this narration. I did not do a live commentary, so this audio you were hearing is coming in after I played through the story mission. And I've been trying to get this content out to you guys for a few days now, but for some reason, anytime I recorded the audio, it actually ended up, for some reason, either not recording or recording the wrong audio. I remember one of the live commentaries I did, I went through the entire 26 minutes that is going to be this video, talking about everything that I wanted to talk about. Thought I had it, well, had it done pretty well, due to the fact that when I ended the narration, the audio waves were actually there. The other two times it just merely did not record the audio, and I thought, okay, this time it's actually recorded and it'll be completely fine. I'll be able to save it and upload it. Went through after saving it when it all became one file, which was my own mistake. I should have gone in and listened to it before I actually saved it. And instead of actually recording my voice, for some reason it recorded the music I was playing through my laptop while I was doing the live commentary. So hopefully this time, I'm using a different mic, hopefully it will actually let me fully record this commentary so then I can give you guys some Destiny 2 content. So what am I going to be bringing you guys from the Destiny 2 beta? I'm going to be bringing you guys 3 story missions, 1 time on each subclass, 3 strikes, again 1 time on each subclass, and the same thing for 3 Crucible matches. There might be 6 Crucible matches coming up. I might go into ranked play with some other people that have the Destiny 2 beta. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do at the moment. The 3 Crucible matches I do have recorded are quick play matches. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing any of the competitive playlist matches. However, that's what I have planned coming to you guys. What am I going to talk about in this video? Good question, Herd. Well, for right now, I'm going to be talking about my first impressions of the Destiny 2 beta game, what I'm looking forward to in the Destiny 2 game itself, as well as what I'm hoping is included in the Destiny 2 game. Finally, if I finish all of that before my time limit of 26 minutes is concluded, I'm going to be talking about some other content that I'm going to be bringing to my channel. So first off, my first impressions of this game. I first want to touch on probably my favorite aspect of Destiny 2 so far, even though this is very early in the launch, but I'm positive that these can only get better as the storyline actually progresses, and that is the cutscenes. The cutscenes, in my opinion, give us so much more for story and personality than pretty much the entirety of Destiny 1 did. In Destiny Vanilla, the cutscenes were pretty bland, pretty boring in my opinion, except for, I would say, in the Vanilla campaign, the last story mission when we are going to the Black Garden, and the ghost says something along the lines of, "Are you ready to kill a god?" That's probably the best cutscene from Destiny 1, in my opinion. It had personality, it had tension, it was amazing. I loved it personally, but that is one of the things I'm enjoying thoroughly, especially right here. Forget I said that. Fly fast. I'm looking forward to the progression of the Ghost's personality, as well as all of the Vanguard. Now, next I want to talk about how the game actually plays, how I think it feels, and, I was going to say how I think that it could be done better, but in my opinion, it could not be done better. The way this game played felt smooth. It felt the connection was actually pretty flawless for this story mission, at least in my opinion. The hit detection was pretty good. I didn't have to contact Destiny servers. I think I had to when I was playing it through on my Titan. However, this game just feels clean. It looks a lot like Destiny 1. And I know a lot of people have issues with it. Right here, I was trying to change my controls because I knew the triggers and the bumpers were wrong. I usually shoot and aim with my bumpers and then throw a grenade and melee with my triggers. However, it was flipped at the start of this, so I had to go and flip it. However, kind of ignoring that, this game feels a lot like Destiny 1, in my opinion, which is really good. I loved how Destiny 1 felt. I loved how it played. Everything, pretty much everything along those lines. I absolutely loved Destiny 1. I spent countless hours into it, especially on 360, mostly on Xbox 360, back when I played on that console. And then I put more hours into it on the PlayStation 4. I leveled up I think at least 6 characters up to level 40. I did 3 on the Rocky YouTube account, and at some point I did 3 on the Emo Goat account, or maybe my Shadow Nebula account, I'm not 100% sure. However, I put a lot of hours into Destiny 1, and I like how this game feels like Destiny 1. There are a lot of people that are actually complaining about how this game feels like Destiny 1, but what I don't think they realize is that this is just a sequel. It is pretty much just an extension of the story. It's pretty much like Halo or Call of Duty. The games feel the same except for the last 3 Call of Duties, but we're not going to fucking talk about that. They play and feel very similar. There's not a lot of tweaking or uniqueness that they wanted to bring into Destiny 2 because it is not its own. It is its own game in itself. It has its own story. It has its own. It's its own entity is what I'm trying to get across. I'm stumbling over my words. I apologize. It is its own entity, but it is still a Destiny game. They did not change Halo very drastically. They gradually changed it and changed it very slowly, and it still played pretty much the same. I think the biggest differences from original Halo to Halo 5 are just maybe some of the new movements or weapons that you can have. That's pretty much it. Otherwise, in my opinion, Halo still plays pretty similar. And that's the same thing for Destiny. I don't want a drastic change. I don't want to have to get used to a completely new game. I don't think a lot of fans would want that. It would not feel like Destiny's. If we make it similar to Destiny, it seems like the biggest issue is it's too much like Destiny. We want a completely new game. But if Bungie had come out with a completely new game that felt different, everyone would be bitching about the fact that it feels different than Destiny. It doesn't feel like a Destiny game. So there's not really any winning right here. In my opinion, my personal opinion, I'm glad it feels like Destiny 1. I'm really glad about that. So that's kind of my first impression basis of how the first story mission played through as well as the first strike. The Crucible, the biggest changes in my opinion are the Crucible. I actually like Crucible. If you guys saw any of my other Destiny content, my live streams or my videos that went up, you will know I fucking hated Crucible for Destiny 1, and I actually really like it in Destiny 2. I've played a few quick play matches, even without recording, which is something I never thought I would do, playing Crucible without actually recording. Usually I do it specifically for recording, so you can see my reactions or just to have like a funny video about me raging. But I played Crucible matches on my own on this game, which is something I never thought I would actually do. But I will be touching on all of the Crucible changes, or at least some of the ones that I've noticed, and how I feel Crucible has gotten better in my Crucible videos. Now I'm going to go on what I'm hoping for to come through in Destiny, and that is simply story and personality are the biggest things that I felt we were missing. Destiny Vanilla and the Destiny DLCs, they were good. They were fun to play. They were really good to play. Otherwise, there wouldn't be thousands of people still playing this game and buying Destiny 2, and it would be why. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling over my words. But if Destiny didn't play well with the vanilla game and the DLC, I would not have bought Destiny 2. It's as simple as that. I wouldn't have put countless of hours and probably hundreds of hours into this game. I wouldn't have. It's as simple as that. However, I did. But the one thing that I felt we were really lacking when it came to Destiny 1 was story and personality. You couldn't really get invested into any of the characters. That changed a little bit with the Dark Below, the Taken King and the Rise of Iron storylines. Those were probably the closest we got to really good storylines, as well as very good character development and personality. And in my opinion, those were some of the best parts of Destiny, were the Taken King and the Rise of Iron missions. So I'm hoping we can get something similar, or even hopefully better than that when it comes to Destiny. I want to be able to connect with the characters and become emotionally attached. Like, I think the only one from Destiny 1 that I actually became emotionally attached to was probably the Ghost, which is weird to think about, but like, I didn't even realize it myself that I was emotionally attached until the final cutscene at the end of the story mission, and I got emotional over it. If you guys have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. If you guys haven't, you're going to be able to see at the end of this video. Those are pretty much the biggest hopes I have for Destiny 2 in general. Is better story missions, a better storyline. I decided to eat a few rockets here. I'm not 100% sure what I was thinking going out like that. Apparently I was Rambo or some shit, but I ended up dying, so I wasn't very good at it. But those are the things that I'm really hoping hoping for and looking forward to in Destiny 2. Now, the next thing I want to touch on, it's not going to be Destiny 2 related, that's kind of all I wanted to touch on for the story mission when it comes to Destiny 2. The next thing I want to touch on are those little video glitches that you are seeing right now. There's a few more in this video, I think there's probably one or two more. That is, I think, just because my laptop may not be the best for recording. It's better than my old desktop, that's definitely for sure. However, for right now, the laptop is going to have a few glitches in the video. Maybe in future videos as well. However, I am saving up for a desktop to purchase in the future to help me with recording, as well as getting some computer games uploaded to you guys, as well as some better editing features. So I do apologize for any video glitches that do end up happening now and in the future. If you guys hear any noise in the background, by the way, I believe a thunderstorm may be starting. It was raining earlier, so you guys might hear some thunder in the background. However, now let's start touching on some actual content coming to my channel. What I want to touch on, definitely Destiny 2 is coming in the future, like 100%. I have it pre-ordered. I'm grinding that September 6th. As soon as it drops, I'm grinding the shit out of that all in my free time. I'm recording and live streaming so much. The next set of content that you guys are going to be getting is going to be Infinite Warfare. There's not really going to be any pubs coming out of Infinite Warfare. I still don't really enjoy playing pubs on that game. I really only enjoy the competitive aspect of that game, so there's pretty much only going to be competitive matches from a range of 8 lobbies, game battles, as well as team scrims with the team that I'm currently on, which also brings me to the team that I am currently on. It's a roster, but we don't have a name and we don't have an organization we're running under. The 5 of us, Nick, Llama, Nobody, Mr. J, and myself, which I know competitive Call of Duty teams only have 4 people, but it's fucking whatever. There's 5 of us, deal with it. It's for scheduling. Some of us have conflicts with some other people. It's its own thing. It's fine. Consider one person a sub if you have to, but it's 5 people on an active roster. We were a part of an organization called Active Gaming, and for a while I thought that it was going well. We were helping each other grow, all this other shit. However, as time went on, I realized that Ralph was actually probably not one of the best leaders that was going on in the active gaming community. While I was in there, in a matter of about 2 to 3 weeks, he disbanded and rebranded the team around 3 times, which in my opinion was a little bit sketchy. He had reasons for one of the disbandments. The 3rd time, he had a close family member pass away during one of our tournaments, and he felt like it would have been proper for us to have some time off and disband and go after any other opportunities that may present itself. However, a day or 2 after he delivered the news of one of his close family members passing away, he came back and messaged some of us individually instead of through the group chat, asking to stay in active gaming and saying that he was going to drop other members of the active gaming roster on the clan when World War II and Destiny 2 came out. He did message me personally saying that he did want me on the active gaming team, and he wanted me in more of a leadership position. He wanted me to help orchestrate the Destiny 2 competitive team, and he still wanted me on the competitive Call of Duty roster. However, in the 3 weeks that I was on active gaming, when I was playing with Llama, Nobody, Nick, and Mr. J, we did play fairly well together. We were progressing together, and we were working a lot better together throughout the 3 weeks. And we vibed really well, and we definitely clicked very positively. So I decided to stick with that roster. He was going to keep myself, and it was either Nobody or Llama, and he was going to drop the other 3 from the team. And we didn't really agree with that. We told the other 3 completely about it. We didn't hide any of it from them. We sent them screenshots as well as our responses, and both myself and the other person asked to stay on the team turned Ralph down at first pretty positively. We were polite about it, we were professional about it, as we should have been. However, he went on to talk shit about the people that he was going to be dropping and saying that we would come back to him eventually, even though all of the issues that were happening between the other 3 and himself were just because Ralph really wasn't the best leader. He had issues with Mr. J because he wasn't always getting on, but Mr. J had obligations that he had to attend to, so he had his reasons to. And he had issues with one of the other members, I can't remember who it was, and Nick, because Nick has a little bit of a temper and a little bit of an ego. He's still a good guy, still fun to play with. He just has to learn a little bit of modesty in the game, which is completely fine, and we're working with him on that. And the other teammate that he was going to end up dropping, he said that he was immature or didn't work together really well when he was just trying to help us achieve our full potential by better scheduling and things such as that Ralph didn't necessarily agree with. So there weren't really any grounds to actually drop the 3 players, but he was going to anyways. So we decided to leave Active Gaming. So at the moment we are currently looking for an organization. We're not really too concerned about actually finding one. At the moment we're just playing together and trying to get better team chemistry, looking forward to World War II, because Infinite Warfare is pretty much at the end of its competitive cycle. COD Champs is coming up in a week or 2 here, and the Stage 2 playoffs are going to be finished. I don't believe there's going to be a Stage 3. I don't believe there was for Black Ops 3. So any other future tournaments, there's probably only like 2 or 3 coming in with Season 2 coming through. And at the end of that, it's pretty much just going to be teams grinding for team chemistry and content, trying to grow fan bases as usual, playing wagers and online tournaments, which is all this roster is pretty much going to be focusing on at the moment. So that's pretty much it for gaming content. Besides, I might be bringing back some Black Ops 3 content to my channel. I might be bringing back Road to Arena Master, a game battle series with Micah, as well as potentially Road to a Nuke, although I'm not really 100% sure if I'm going to be bringing those back because I haven't really been enjoying playing Black Ops 3 as much as I used to. There will be some Ghosts gameplay, maybe even some Advanced Warfare gameplay coming back, because as a roster we decided to go back to some older CODs to work on team chemistry because we find that they're better than Infinite Warfare. And I believe a lot of teams are going back to playing GBs and scrims on Ghosts because word has been coming out that World War II is going to feel a lot more like Ghosts, just hopefully with better maps. Fingers crossed, because the maps are absolutely terrible on Ghosts. Other than that, for gaming content, there's going to be some computer games coming to you guys. I'm probably going to be uploading some CSGO, my first few matches on CSGO. I might be uploading some Left 4 Dead 2. I'll probably only do mods on Left 4 Dead 2 uploading though, such as the Helm's Deep mod for survival. I'm not going to be uploading any of the raw story missions that came with the games in general, because I feel like most people have seen those, although if you do want to see that, I'm completely fine with uploading it. I'm also going to be, I might be uploading some StarCraft. Michael wanted me to get StarCraft, so I might be buying that to upload that. Other than that, there's not a lot coming to you guys for gaming content on my channel. Otherwise, the other type of content that's going to be coming up is kind of short film type situations that are going to be uploaded. I'm going to be working with some of my friends to change some creepypastas into films and uploading those, as well as my friends Parker, Matthew, and Ryan. We agreed on one of the last few improv meetings that we had during the school year that we were going to work together to create short films, just some goofy stuff, maybe some horror stuff. Parker and I were talking about a horror comedy series that we did want to start, or a horror comedy movie. I can't remember which one we decided on, but we'll be working out the details for that, and I will be updating you guys as we go along. On top of this, I will be getting a vlog camera soon. That's another thing that I'm going to be saving up for, including my desktop. So there's going to be some vlogs coming to you guys. I'm going to make those pretty infrequent, maybe for updates or maybe rant videos or something along those lines. But there's not going to be a lot of vlogs coming to you guys. Vlogs are actually some of the highest viewed and liked videos on my channel, which I find a little bit odd because I built this channel around gaming. That's pretty much all I've uploaded, but the vlogs that I've uploaded, I've gotten some pretty positive feedback. So maybe I'll start a vlog series or something along those lines. I'm not 100% positive at the moment, but those are pretty much all of the things I wanted to talk about for this video. Were Destiny 2, how I think the game plays, what I am looking forward to in Destiny 2, and what I hope for comes with Destiny 2. I'm not talking about the Strike or the Crucible matches because I'm saving that for different uploads. There will be at least 9 Destiny videos coming to you guys, so in the next 9 days there's going to be content wrapped around the beta. There might be a little bit more. I heard they might be adding some more content to the Destiny 2 beta. There was actually an update for it today, and I was really hoping that they were maybe adding another story mission or another Strike, or maybe other Crucible maps. I don't believe they did. I'm pretty sure the only thing they actually added to the Destiny 2 beta was a pre-order button, which I found pretty pointless because at the moment it's a closed beta, so everyone who is playing it has the pre-order, besides people that have beta codes, but it's probably, I think that might probably be a small percentage of the people playing the beta. There will be 9 or 12 videos coming out to you guys for the Destiny 2 beta, though, depending on if I do competitive play with some of my friends that have the Destiny 2 beta. I also touched on some content coming out to the channel, how I'm going to be improving my content, things such as that, as well as different series I'm going to be bringing to the channel. Otherwise, there's not really a lot I wanted to update you guys on. So I think there's only about 6 minutes left in this video at the moment, so I'm probably going to leave this here, and you guys can just enjoy the last few minutes of gameplay, as well as the final cutscene, and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button to join the herd, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video.
The shield generator should be straight ahead. All right, destroy the turbines. The shields should fizzle. Yes, just like that. Levels rising. It's working. Zavala, we did it. The shields are down. Zavala? We're headed topside. Amanda! Anyone?
Guardian. Something's wrong.
Do not look at me, creature. You are weak, undisciplined,